Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Rabia Javed. First, the headlines. Prime Minister says government is committed to tap huge potential of Pakistani youth in sports activities. Danish ambassador says his country is keen to provide technical and financial assistance to Pakistan to generate power from alternate resources including wind and solar. Foreign Minister has warned that Afghanistan can face economic collapse if its frozen assets are not released. An Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir All Parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed serious concern over the pledge of its illegally detained leaders and activities lodged in different jails of the Hull territory and India. International Monetary Fund has warned that new COVID-19 variant Omicron can slow the global growth. On the first day of second cricket test against Bangladesh at Dhaka, Pakistan in their first innings were 161 for the loss of 2 wickets at stumps today. And now the news in detail. Prime Minister Imran Khan says government is committed to provide sports facilities to youth in the country. Chairing a high-level meeting on national sports policy and overhauling of sports governance structure in Pakistan in Islamabad today, he said the government is firm in its resolve to tap the huge potential of Pakistani youth in sports activities. The meeting was apprised of the proposed revised structure of the sports and coordination with the provinces for their input in national sports policy. The meeting was informed that Pakistan Sports Board constitution has been redrafted after a thorough review and the comprehensive draft has been accorded a nudge by Cabinet Committee for disposal of legislative cases. Prime Minister Imran Khan will launch Kamyab Jawan Sports Drive across the country on Monday. The drive is being organized under the partnership of Prime Minister flagship Kamyab Jawan program and Ministry of Internal Provisional Coordination. In first phase of Kamyab Jawan Sports Drive, 12 sports academia for male youth while the 10 for females will be established across the country. Meanwhile, Youth Affairs Division had released a video teaser of Kamyab Jawan Sports Drive. The teaser was shared by Special Assistant on Youth Affairs Usman Dar in tweet today. Minister of State for Information and Broadcasting Farooq Habib says government accord top priority to protecting lives and properties of the people. He was talking to newsmen after attending a ceremony at Rescue 1122 headquarters in Lahore today. Expressing regret over Sialkot incident, the minister said that nobody will be allowed to play with the lives of human beings under any pretext. Minister for Energy Hamad Azhar says the government is expecting 5% economic growth this year due to its prudent policies. In a video statement, he said the government made the national economy stable and a record increase in foreign remittance in being witnessed. He said Pakistan has dealt with corona pandemic in an effective manner and the whole world has acknowledged the policy decision taken by Prime Minister Imran Khan in tracking and the global epidemic. Committing inflation on the country, the minister said the nation is facing this problem due to rising prices of all items in the international market. Hamad Azhar said the government will immediately pass on to people the benefits of reduction in prices in the international market and the general public will feel relief soon. Denmark is collaborating with Pakistan to increase clean energy generating in country and both countries are set to sign a green development agreement for this purpose early next year. This was stated by Ambassador of Denmark, Liz Rosen, an exclusive interview with Radio Pakistan News and Current Affairs channel. The ambassador said Danish companies are keen to provide technical and financial assistance to Pakistan to generate power from alternate resources including wind and solar to increase its share to all at least 50% and reduce dependence on thermal and fossil fuel. The Danish ambassador appreciated programs launched by the President government to combat climate change and stressed the need to enhance energy generation by harnessing alternate resources instead of fossil fuels. She said Denmark can help Pakistan to mitigate the adverse impact of climate change and 10 billion tree program is a right step to address the issues. The interview of the Danish envoy will be broadcast at 6:15 p.m. this evening in weekly program Diplomatic Session of Radio Pakistan News and Current Affairs channel and FM 101 network. The interview will also be available on Radio Pakistan official website www.radio.gov.pk, social media platform and Radio Pakistan podcast podcast.radio.gov.pk. This is Radio Pakistan. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says extraordinary session of the OIC Council of Foreign Ministers on Afghanistan situation will be held in Islamabad on 19 of this month. Addressing a news conference in Lahore today, he said the extraordinary meeting is being held after the gap of 41 years. The minister said PS countries and the Europe Agency have also been invited to attend the meeting. Talking about the prevailing situation in Afghanistan, the foreign minister warned that Afghanistan can face an economic collapse if the frozen assets are not released to cope with the burgeoning needs. He further said half of Afghanistan population can suffer from food shortage. France says several European countries are working on an opening joint diplomatic mission in Afghanistan that would enable their ambassadors to return to the nation. Talking to media in Doha before heading in Saudi Arabia, the French President Emmanuel Macron said the United States and European countries have urged the interim government of Taliban to uphold the rights of girls and minorities. Donor to the World Bank administrator Afghanistan Reconstruction Trust funds have agreed to set transfer of $280 million funds to humanitarian aid agencies by Afghanistan 10th of this month. In a statement, the World Bank spokesman said the banks brought this week back it, transferring the funds from 1.5 billion trust funds, which was frozen after the Taliban took over the Afghan government in August. In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, all parties Hurriyat Conference has expressed serious concern over the plight of illegally detained Hurriyat leaders and activities lodged in different jails of the held territory and India. The APHC spokesman in a statement issued in Srinagar said that Modi-led fascist Indian government is victimizing the Hurriyat leaders for their political belief. He said the non-provision of basic facilities including medical care and hygiene food as per the jail manual has put up the life of the Kashmiri prisoner at stake. The chief of International Monetary Fund has warned that the new Omicron variant of COVID-19 could slow the global growth. In a statement, Christianina said that a variant that may spread very rapidly can dent confidence, so we are likely to see some danger zone of our October projection for global growth. In Mali, at least 30 people were killed in an attack on a passenger vehicle by militants near the town of Bandara. The passengers were sprayed with the bullets while the vehicle was also torched. In the first day of the second cricket test against Bangladesh at Dhaka, Pakistan in their first innings were 161 for the loss of 2 wickets as stumps today. Earlier, Pakistan won the toss and elected to bat. Pakistan lead the 2 matches series by 1-0. And now finally the weather. Light rain, winds with snowfall is expected in Kashmir, Gilgit, Baltistan, Upper Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Pothohar region and northeast Punjab during the next 12 hours. However, smoke and fog is likely to decrease in plain areas of Punjab during morning hours. Cold and dry weather is expected elsewhere in the country. That is the end of the news. For more news and analysis, log on to our website radio.gov.pk and also watch live video streaming of our bulletin on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Officials.